Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I'm here for the live stream. As always, I will answer the questions in the order they're received. Super chats, $1.99 or more, will skip the line. Let me pull it up on here. TD General. Okay, so you have a couple of things happening here. The first thing is feeling a little bit disappointed in love with the Two of Cups in reverse. But you're not holding yourself back, which is a good thing. And your love life can turn around overnight quickly. The Fool is here in reverse, which means whenever that card shows up in reverse, always take caution that you don't do or say something that you can't take back. The Fool in reverse, like it's like letting the toothpaste out of the tube. Be careful. But moving forward, you have Temperance here, which means passion, compassion, patience, serenity comes back. I think that this is all basically love life. Also, a wish comes in. The final thing that shows up is the Three of Pentacles, which would be a very well-grounded relationship, but that's usually a work relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it usually is. Since this is more of like a love rating, what's come up, I could say that it would apply to a love relationship too. You all right, Papa? Yeah? All right. Amy. What exactly on Noah's mind? What exactly on Noah's mind and thoughts towards me recently? Okay. Well, he's feeling right now like he's got a lot of respect for you. He thinks that there's a lot of happiness around the situation. He thinks that things are moving along pretty smooth. He's not really seeing any problems in the relationship. He's just kind of taking it day by day, taking it as it comes. The sun is here, which is a positive omen for happiness. As far as what he's thinking exactly, I mean, he's not really thinking anything. Like, he's happy with where things are. Six of Pentacles is like feeling like he's got respect, feeling like the relationship is well balanced. You both put in the same amount of effort. It's not one person doing all the work. He's content right now. Like, that would be the overall feeling, content. Kira, how is Leroy currently feeling about me and us? It shows that he's been thinking about things a lot. Overall, look, the Empress is here. You know what that means. The way he feels about you, like a Greek goddess. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful if you don't want children. The Fool is here, so there could be some spontaneous time, some out of the blue things. Maybe you go somewhere on a whim. The Knight of Cups is here, which is like an offering of love that comes in. Balance, patience, compassion comes back to the situation. But I think that he does get a little concerned with the arguing and the like breakups and getting back together, that kind of stuff. I think that he wants to focus on getting the relationship on a stable level where it's not so up and down. Adriana, when am I having children and how many? Oh, where is the burp cloth? Here's one. You want more or are you done? Yeah, take a break. You suck it down so fast, so you want more. All right, I'm going to give it to you. Hold on. Um, okay, the when part is difficult because timing just in general is difficult. But I would say here, you've got the Jack and you have an 8. So it could be a couple of things. It could be one child is born in November, one is born in August. It also could be time of conception, August or November. But as far as the year is concerned, that's difficult too. Let's see. And I would say that you could have between 2 and 4 children. I think that you would have more children than less. I would lean more towards 4. But the timing can be very difficult. I mean, I tell a story all the time about the woman that I see. Started seeing her in 2002. And from like one of the first times she saw me, be careful, you're going to get pregnant. Be careful, you're going to get pregnant. And I'm like, never. It'll never happen to me because I'm not irresponsible. That's what I always said to her. I'm like, it'll never happen to me. Well, it happened in 2019, which was 17 years I listened to it. 17 years. And finally I was like, she's crazy. That ain't happening. How's she going to explain that the baby never showed up? And then it happened. So sometimes like the timing of it can be difficult. She also told me at one point, and she doesn't claim to be a medium, but just every once in a while she'll get something. She was telling me that she saw 2 children for me. And she said that my mother was showing them to her, and that one she was showing her in like black and white, like a black and white photo. And the other one she was showing her in yellow. And she said that she didn't know what that meant. It wasn't like blue and pink where you could say, okay, boy and a girl. She said that she thought that maybe it meant that one is born on a sunny day and one is born on a rainy day. I don't think I'm going to have any more children, but who the hell knows? I didn't think I would have this one. So I guess you never know. But so my point is that it can be very difficult with the timing of these things. But this is what I've been taught. If it comes up in the cards, it's got to happen. It just may be a matter of, you know, how long it takes, which can be a real pain in the ass, but they're coming, which is the good news. Choco. Why did Ramon did not pick up my call right now? Okay. He could be fighting with someone. There's fights around him right now. Arguing, bickering. It could be, it's fights or an argument. It could be over money or a business thing because this card is there, which is our business or money. But either way, I would say the reason why he didn't answer the phone is because he's arguing with somebody. Okay. How is Bino currently feeling towards me? Okay. Feels like the world is at your feet. Feels like you have a lot of opportunity around you. Feels like you're highly spiritual, very well prepared. Your life moves forward quickly. Has a lot of respect for you and thinks that you're extremely attractive. They also think that you're constantly reinventing yourself and that you have the potential, like you have a lot of potential in this world. I don't know, they think very highly of you. I think that you can accomplish a lot. Mimi, do you see me moving to Atlanta? 70% chance says yes, you will move to Atlanta. The Empress is here, which is also positive. So I would say that it's highly likely that you're going to move to Atlanta. Sister, what does he think about our sitch? 2 weeks, no talk. He's okay with the no talk because right now he's like slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So he's okay with that. He feels like inevitably, with a little bit of time, a little bit of space, there could be happiness. So you guys could reconnect on some level. He feels like he needs to move slow and steady and he needs time and space. So the 2 weeks is not a big deal. He actually thinks it's a good thing. He's trying to keep things like what he wants is things to be a little bit more even keeled and not so fiery. And he doesn't want a lot of fighting. He thinks about it a lot. And he's okay with the time and space for right now because he feels like there'll be less arguing. And that's what he wants, even though I think that he's a little up and down himself. You know, I don't think that this is your fault by any means. I think it takes the two of you. But I think that he's trying to step back from the volatility of it and he's trying to make it go a little bit more even keeled. Talia, general. Okay. Somebody from your past is coming back. 6 of Cups. You also have a large sum of money that's coming in. It may be a little bit delayed, but it's still coming. There's some passion coming in around you, and life can change quickly overnight. There's the 8 of Pentacles, which means that you could be working on a new job skill, taking a new course, learning some kind of a new practice that would enable you to earn money in the future from it. Like this could be anything that you're learning now to earn money from later, but it usually is working hard. Life moves forward quickly for you coming up. Arguments and bickering moves into the past, and you have good luck on your side. Not bad. Not bad at all. Adriana, why will I be choosing him? Well, I think there's a couple of things that happen. I think he's perseverant, but I also think that between your intuition, feeling a spiritual connection, and finally feeling like the hard work that you put out into the universe is paid off, you feel like things kind of fall into place. It feels very natural. It doesn't feel awkward. It feels like it fits. And I think that's why. I think it just feels like it doesn't feel like it's brand new. It feels like missing puzzle pieces. DJ, general. You got something to celebrate coming in. You also have some good karma on your side, which is a nice thing. And financial stability is coming in. That may be from like an everyday job where you start to feel like you're being well compensated for the work that you do. So 4 of Pentacles, financial stability. 6 of Pentacles is like your everyday job, like whatever it is that you do to make money. You could be getting a raise or you're being acknowledged in some form for the good work that you do. Use your intuition. Your life is moving forward pretty quickly, but you're really well prepared for it. Large sum of money is coming in. So you could be earning the money like 10 of Pentacles usually is a large sum of money that you don't have to work for. It could be like a bonus. It could be an inheritance. It could be somebody gives it to you. You never know where it's coming from, but it's usually one large sum. It could be, you know, like a raise where you get X amount over, you know, like the course of the year. And by the end of the year, it's 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever. But it's usually one lump sum that comes in. TD. Aries energy towards me today. Spiritually connected, love, returning, 6 of Cups, coming back. Feels intuitively connected to you and feels like you're nurturing, kind, well-grounded, patient, and very attractive. Empress. Choco, what am I expecting when he sees my missed call? I'm not confident that you're going to hear from him tonight. The first card that shows up is the Three of Swords, which could be a disappointment. I think you may have to wait until tomorrow to hear from him. Whoever he's arguing with may have knocked him. They may be undermining him or underappreciating him, and he's just like, I would be surprised if he called you back tonight. I think that you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to hear from him. There's some kind of a nuisance around him right now. Kira, General. Intuition is heightened. It looks like you're persevering and moving forward with, it's very possible that it's your new business idea. It's a Page of Pentacles, new business idea, not holding yourself back and pushing forward. It could be quite profitable. It may take a while to get it off the, or to get, to get it going, but it looks like it could be very successful in the future. New chapter. What's next for me and George? Things may move forward pretty quickly. He comes in with, some love here overflowing and a little bit of stability. Transformation is ahead. I think that things are going to start to get back on track. I think he's going to give you a little bit more than he has been in the past. Susie. Why is he still ignoring me? I have no idea what I've done. Are we over? No, you're not over. But, it's like he's like very immature about things. It's like he does something really shitty. You call him out on it, and then he ignores you. I mean, it's really no way to, this is not how you have a normal relationship. Like, he didn't show up the other day when he was supposed to, and then he blamed it on you and said he didn't think you were serious, and then he ignored your calls. I would seriously, think about whether or not you want to keep this person in your life, because he is like very difficult to deal with. And I'm not picking up another woman here, which at least if there was another woman here, then we could understand it. Like, then we could be like, okay, well, he got pissed at you, so now he's with her. But no other woman has been showing up. So that's not it. It's like he just punishes you for like no reason. And I don't know. I think that this guy is a whole lot of work. And think about whether or not you want to keep him in your life, because he's like really ridiculous. Like, it's no way for him to treat you. I mean, yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, it's not over. He's going to text you, or I think he's going to text you. And it's not over. So like, this can continue. This cycle can continue. If you want to keep him in your life, you have to think of a way to change the energy of it, because the energy of the situation is like in a cycle. He does something stupid, you have a big fight, and then it's, you make up and it starts all over again. So you have to do something to change the energy of the situation if you want the situation to change. Otherwise, it's going to keep falling back into that same cycle. DJ, what steps can I take to get from where I am now towards my soul purpose? We're going to ask spirit cards for that. Spirit cards. Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So the first thing is eliminate fear. So the best way I have found to eliminate fear is to do the affirmation of the opposite. So if you're afraid of failing, then the affirmation would be, I'm so grateful that I'm successful. That's what's helped me. Strength, Archangel Ariel, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. Six of Fire, victory, good news is on the way, public recognition or awards. So I think you have two things. Let go of fear and negativity and focus on your strength. And then victory comes in, and then you'll be led to what it is. You know, I feel like you don't see it while you're in it, but when you look back on it, you can see how one thing took you to the next thing to take you to where you're supposed to be. And sometimes doors open when you least expect it, and bizarre things happen, but you'll find where you have to go. You will. Just stay focused on being positive and not negative, and not being afraid. Liz, messages from my angels. Six of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort. A new career opportunity, receiving a loan, or paying off debt. Paying off a debt, like that's such a great feeling. Four of Air, time to take a rest or a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Oh, you got ego too, Archangel Jophiel. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Warda, is Andinum going to apologize soon? We're getting an apology soon. Mm, 33% chance. Right now, they're a little bit undecided. So you may have to give them some time. So 33% chance is low, but still there, which just may mean that it's going to take a little bit of time to get to that apology. Kira, we broke up and no communication. What actions will he take? He's going to try to communicate. He's going to either reach out or show up. Yeah, he's going to want to talk about it. Yep. Leah, what's coming in for me in May? Love and money. Okay, so when it comes to money, it looks like, I don't know what you do for a living, but it's slow and steady wins the race with money. But you will be feeling very appreciated moving into May, whatever month we're talking about here, which means Six of Pentacles can be being well compensated for the job that you do, given something extra. I know a lot of companies and jobs right now are trying to make up, you know, and help employees out in some way, shape, or form. You may be seeing that in May. There also may be some arguments around work or arguments around money. Now, when it comes to love, your life can change quickly. Let go of any anxiety that surrounds love. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a Libra around you and a Taurus. Use your intuition. If you are with someone right now, it would indicate use your intuition, but you have justice coming into your relationship, and you have a soul connection or a spiritual connection. So it also could be, if you're with somebody right now, that you pick up a spiritual practice together. You start doing yoga together, or you meditate together. Or if you, I mean, these cards, you can interpret them so many different ways. And I don't know where you are in your love life. It also could be meeting somebody through that kind of a venue, going to take a yoga class and meeting someone in the class, or meeting someone outside the place. But there is a spiritual practice that's coming into your current relationship if you're with someone. If not, the Hierophant is usually a Taurus that shows up. Chelsea, will Troy come forward? He will. It may take some time. He's starting to feel like balance is finally coming back into his life. And once he settles in, he comes forward. It may take a couple of weeks. Warda, what Andinum, the Leo, feels about me now? Feels like there's celebration around you. Feels like you're incredibly strong. You're very intuitive, that there's success around you, and that they want things to move forward or get back on track. They just may not be ready yet to take that step. So I would, I know you're waiting for him to apologize. Was that you that asked that question? I would just give it a little bit of time. I think you're going to get what you want. It just may have to work itself out. You know how Leos are. They can be a little bit prideful, and their ego can sometimes get in the way. But I think that he feels good about you. He feels connected to you. Where am I? I think I'm at Adriana. Well, I have enough money for my children and me. Overall, yes, you will. You know how money is, it kind of ebbs and flows. You may have moments where money's a little bit tight here and there, but I think overall, in the grand scheme, you should be fine. Adriana, am I going to live in Monterey or Querétaro with him? Okay, let's see. Are we going to live in Monterey? 70% chance for Monterey. Are we going to live in Querétaro? You get 3 aces for Querétaro, which would mean 99% chance that's where you live. But 70% chance is pretty high. So it could be that you spend some time in the first place, but it's, you know, only for a little while, or it's temporary, and then you end up permanently in the other place. Choco. He was not lying about the friend that owed him money. He was not lying. You want me to ask if he was lying about it? Because didn't that other reading show that he was fighting with someone about money? Let's see. Is he lying about the friend that owed him money? If I'm misinterpreting the question, let me know. I don't think he was lying about it. It actually looks like there could be change around that situation quickly. If there's someone that owes him money, that may have been who he was arguing with, or he could have been arguing about that situation. Allison, what does Spirit want me to know for the next 2 months? Okay, Spirit cards. Release, Archangel Azrael. The end of phase or situation, spiritual transformation. It's time to move on. The Moon, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. The Page of Earth, scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging and a new area of study. Choco, General. Life can change for you pretty quickly too with the Eight of Wands, and it looks like life is moving forward. You have good luck on your side. Watch out for some arguments. There could be arguing going on here. And you could end up being a little bit regretful over the arguments. It could cause a little bit of heartbreak. Choose your battles wisely. That would be my suggestion. Choose your battles wisely. Use your intuition, and then you have happiness. I lost my spot here. Hang on, Allison, Choco, Julie. I'm starting the 2 rotation concept map tomorrow morning. Will I pass it? And yes, oh, you did pass the test. Okay, great. Okay. I am starting the 2 rotation concept map tomorrow morning. Will I pass? I think you will. I think you're pretty well prepared. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to pass it. You actually come off as very well balanced and pretty well grounded. So you probably know more than you think, or but you know, like you sell yourself a little short to yourself, which is fine because it just makes you work a little harder, but that's okay. Mariana, what can I expect for this week in my relationship? Mariana's relationship this week. Might be a little bit up and down. Judgment is in reverse. So that could mean poor timing, or like things may get, like plans may get broken. It could be like not being able to make things click right this week. But you're prepared. You're not holding yourself back, and you have strength around the situation, so I'm not that worried. The only thing that can be a little bit iffy is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands can be a couple of things. It could be moving and changing homes. It could be travel overseas. It could be travel to water. It also could be leaving something behind and moving on to greener pastures. But I'm not seeing any other breakup cards here, so I'm not concerned. To me, this card would, in this situation, would be more of like, it could be talking about taking a trip, thinking about taking a trip, and it may have something to do with water. Planning a trip to the beach, something like that. If the beach is open, I don't know. They're talking about here in this area, them not opening this year. I don't know about that. We'll have to see. Adriana, will my husband and I be successful? You're going to be successful. Once again, there could be a bad year. There could be a bad couple of months. You know, not everything is perfect all the time, but overall, I think things are going to be fine. Adriana, will I have twins or triplets? I sincerely don't want 4 kids in 4 different pregnancies. Well, you know what? This is what's bizarre, okay? And this is the way it was explained to me, and it makes sense. And I say this too a lot. Like pregnancy and children, it should be black or white, right? It's either you have them or you don't. It's either they're there or they're not. But even when it comes to pregnancy, it's like it can be like there's a lot of room for give. Like if you have a choice, like how many women have gotten pregnant and not known they were pregnant and they lost the baby? When I got pregnant with Avery, like I knew right away. Well, I knew right away something was wrong because like I'm just not normally late, and they didn't even want to see me. Like they did not want to see me until I hit 10 weeks. It took me a really long time to find some place that would see me. You know, I had to like do some searching to find a doctor that would see me before 10 weeks. Same thing with sonogram. If it wasn't for like, I really had to push for it for them to give me a sonogram, and I had it at 7 weeks. But if you didn't, you know, if your doctor said wait until you're 10 weeks late and you went in and God forbid there was a miscarriage, you might not know. I don't know. I mean, I guess the doctors would know. I don't know. I don't know how early on like you could miscarry and it not, you know, just be absorbed or just passed through the body. So there's that. There's the fact that you can't kill a soul. So souls don't die, they come back. So if you were to get pregnant and for whatever reason choose to not have the child, that soul can come back. So how do you count that? You know, like you could have like 4 pregnancies around you and you might not have 4 children. So there's a lot, you know, like to me, it's like it should be like, look, either there's 3 people there and you see 3 people or there's not. But it doesn't work like that. I mean, it's like nothing is easy. you can't answer anything 100% ever because there's so much free will and so much room for error. Look, I had a friend who had a miscarriage early. Like I don't think that she had hit. This was a long time ago. I don't think that she was at 10 weeks. I think that she was way earlier than that, like maybe 8 weeks. And she had that miscarriage like it was over the summer, I remember, and her son was born the following spring. So there wasn't much time between the miscarriage and her actually having a child. So had she gone to a reader, right, and the reader would have said to her, there's a child, there's a pregnancy, if she, you know, like at the moment, like how devastating is that you just lost this baby and you were thinking that you were having one. But she got pregnant right away after it, and she had a baby less than a year. Like it would have been the first baby, I don't even think would have been born yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything is just like the cards can give you the answers, but the way it plays out can be very bizarre. So let's see. Will we have a pregnancy with 2 or 3 children? I only get a 33% chance that you have twins or triplets. But like I said, the way the stuff works out, it can be totally bizarre. I mean, sometimes such crazy stuff happens. Just like crazy stuff. Like I remember when I was dating the guy that was a lot younger than me, my lady used to tell me that she always thought that I was going to have stepchildren, and I used to get so pissed. Not because I don't want stepchildren, but I just felt like the way it sounded or the way it made me feel was like I wasn't going to be with him because he at that time didn't have any children. But it made me feel like I was getting somebody else's leftover life. You know what I mean? Like you're not really their mother, but you're sort of have them sometimes. Like I don't know. The way it felt to me was just it felt like somebody else's used life. That's the way it felt at the time. Now this is a long time ago that this was going on. But now, I mean, I'm still not married. So that guy, right? Now, when she said it to me, it made me think that I would never end up with him because he didn't have children. But he's married now. He probably has kids. What happens if 10 years from now I meet up with him again and he's divorced? Well, then it would have been the same guy that I ended up with the stepchildren, but with also my own kid. So the way things play out sometimes is just so bizarre. The point is that you don't know how it's going to happen. The cards just kind of tell you that it's going to happen. It could be frustrating, to say the very least. Coco, what is Kay feeling and thinking about the situation between me and her sister? The situation burdens her. The weight of the world falls on her shoulders when she thinks about it. I think there's a couple of things that happen here. I think that she's undecided on how to deal with this situation because does her sister have feelings for you or her sister pursues you? I think she thinks that her sister likes you. She doesn't want to hurt her sister. But I think that she knows that there's nothing that's going to happen between you and this sister. So she kind of feels like she's between a rock and a hard place. She does feel stressed about it. Like she feels like burdened by it. DJ, why hasn't my friend Jay contacted me? You all right there, Dylan? Jay is taking some space, backing up slowly, walking away from things. This doesn't have to be a permanent thing. This just could be needing a little bit of space. Around you, you have good luck and a wish that comes true. Use your intuition. I wouldn't take it personally. I don't think it has to do with you. I think it has more to do with them. Mariana, general reading for my relationship in May. All right, be careful in the beginning of May because it looks like there may be a tower moment. That's the first thing that comes up. You could be holding yourself back. You may have a decision to make. You could be feeling a little bit stabbed in the back. But moving forward from that, like that would be more of the beginning of the month. Then you persevere. The relationship moves forward. There may be some fun, adventurous times and some carefree times, spontaneity, and then things get back on track. You have strength around the situation, but there also may be a little bit of regret or resentment around it. So I don't know what's happening in the relationship with you guys right now, but if something should come up in the beginning of May that's a little bit like a tower moment or something that's kind of like a big crisis, I think before you make it to the end of May, you work it out. So just keep that in mind. New chapter. What does George think about my flaws that I'm insecure about? Well, most of the time, the flaws we see in ourselves, other people don't see unless we point them out. So right in the center of the spread, you guys have the Two of Cups. Nobody is perfect ever. It doesn't even make a difference. There's always going to be someone shorter, fatter, taller, thinner, prettier, uglier, whatever. Richer, doesn't make a difference. But at the end of the day, and we all have insecurities, he doesn't, like what you see as an insecurity in yourself, he doesn't notice. And that's really common. Like, unless you point it out. Like, look, I have a big nose, or I have a big forehead, whatever it is, whatever. He doesn't even notice them. Like, he's not picking you apart at all. If anything, he sees them less than you notice them, because it shows here that if things move forward, he thinks that you're attractive. There's adventure here. Like, he doesn't, you know, like what do you think about his flaws and his insecurities? Everybody's got them. We're all a bunch of wounded, imperfect people. So that's the one thing that we all have in common. The only downfall to insecurity is if you let it wreck the relationship. So if something, you know, like if you were to say, oh, well, you think she's prettier than me, or you think that she's got a nicer ass than I have, you know, then that kind of stuff can start to take a toll on the relationship. Like constantly being needy and needing to be praised, and him having to prove to you how he feels, that can take a toll on the relationship. But just feeling like, I don't know, I'm insecure because I have got flabby arms or whatever it is. If you said it to him, he probably would, number one, not have noticed, and number two, kind of laugh at it and tell you that you were being ridiculous. Because we are always much harder on ourselves than everybody else, you know, like, especially with guys. Especially with guys. Mariana, what has my boyfriend's energies been, why has my boyfriend's energies been off lately? Three of Pentacles in reverse would be feeling insecure at a work, it has something to do with the work relationship. Feeling insecure, unstable at work. I don't know if he's one of these people that's not working right now or has been furloughed or whatever, but that could be taking a toll on him. He's got a lot of anxiety around him. Could have to do with money. It could have to do with work, or it could be, I mean, it could be legitimate. Right now he's laid off, or it could be his fear is getting to him. You know, this lockdown thing, I don't know what part of it I think is the worst. I don't know if it's worse that there is really a virus out there that we could catch. I don't know if it's the toll that it's taking on the economy. I don't know if it's the psychological effect it's having on people. But people are really worried. And then there's also the effect of people being locked in their house. Being locked in your house and not going out is not a good thing. I mean, it's not healthy. I mean, it's healthy to go out, to go to parks, to get fresh air, to see other people, to interact with other people. So we've got that too. A lot of people are off right now. Let me just go put this in the refrigerator. Ah. Okay. Solar. How does T the Taurus feel about me? First thing that comes up is the Lover's card, which would mean they're attracted to you or they feel a connection to you. They feel like you're lucky, you're kind, hardworking, well-balanced, intelligent, and courageous and loyal. Regia. I'm a Leo. Will I be getting pregnant this year? And if so, what month? And what sign is the partner that I'll be pregnant by? Okay, let's see. Will I be getting pregnant this year? I'm only getting a 33% chance. Let's see. What sign would the father of the child be? Fire sign. Could be by an Aries. And what month? Maybe December. I'm not convinced, though, that it's going to happen this year. I'm not convinced. If it's going to happen, I would say December, and it would be with an Aries. Kira, general for next week. Got some choices coming in next week. You have a little regret around 2. Life starts to pick up the pace, and then look what happens again. The Page of Pentacles. You may really be focusing on a new business venture. You got strength around you coming in next week. Transformation comes in, and things start to move forward quickly with the Chariot. Priscilla. But I don't see Priscilla's question yet, so I'm going to answer for Kira. What can I expect at work in the month of May? Okay, month of May. You're not holding yourself back. Something good is destined to happen. You're going to have a choice about it. Working super hard and persevering. I'm thinking that you could be getting a promotion or some kind of bonus or a raise or something that would be positive in the month of May. It would definitely be something good with the Judgment card. Kira, did Leroy tell anyone what happened between us? No, not yet. No. Sweet thing, who's coming towards me? Well, you got a new love interest. There's definitely someone coming in here. Could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You may have to make a decision, but this person's going to think that you are like Roman goddess. You're not going to hold yourself back. You may feel here like you got some choices, and life can change really quickly when this person shows up. Good. Lydia, feeling sad. Tell me my relationship with Mac isn't lost. I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. Let's see what the cards say. I think that you should be hearing from him soon, like maybe before Monday. I don't think that this is over in any way, shape, or form. Not at all. Sweet thing. I'm kind of get a vibe about a close friend, Tasha. You just want me to see what's going on around her? What's happening around Tasha? See what's happening with Tasha. Feeling a little unbalanced or off when it comes to a work relationship. Maybe a little bit concerned that she could lose her job or that things may go south because of this whole coronavirus thing, but she's got karma around her. So if she's done good, put good out into the universe, she's going to get good back. If she's done shitty things, well, she's going to get karma. She's got the devil around her, so there may be some kind of an earthly pleasure or something that she's dabbling with these days, so keep that in mind. If that's some kind of an issue that you know she has, I would check in because it could be rearing its ugly head again when the devil card shows up. Now, depending on what your relationship is to her, the devil card can also be that she's jealous of you. There could be a jealousy thing happening there. Green-eyed monster. It looks like you may be walking away from this person with the Eight of Cups. You might be walking away. You know, I used to want 4 kids. That's what I wanted. And then the older I got, like, I was like, okay, then maybe 3, and then maybe 2. And then I got to a point where I was like, I would be happy with 1. And then I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to have kids. And then it happened. So I don't know. I mean, I would like to have another kid, but I don't know. I feel like I got really lucky with Avery, and I'm kind of worried that maybe I wouldn't get lucky again. I don't know. I don't know. If it happens, it happens. I would definitely. I mean, if I could have another one, I would, yeah. But I would need to have a bigger place. We couldn't all live here. This place is small. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of feel like I got lucky with Avery, and I'm kind of satisfied with that. But we'll see what happens. Where I lose my spot. Dylan, relax a sec. Oh my God, I lost my spot. Hang on. Dylan, please. Oh, here we go. TD. Was it a sign that I saw him driving a while ago? I always take things like that as signs. I'm going to ask the cards, but yeah, I would say that it is a sign. What do you want, water? Let's see. Was it a sign that we saw him driving? Yes. I always take those things as signs because according to like the law of attraction, the two of you have to be in the same place, have to both be thinking of one another for you guys to be in the same place. So he would be focused on you too for him to show up there. So yeah, I think that it's a sign. Sweet thing. Kenneth feel about our relationship with the Leo? Has Kenneth feel about the relationship with the Leo? You know, feels a little bit unlucky at times. Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. Feels a little bit like he wants to walk away sometimes. A little bit unprepared. I don't think it's the greatest relationship. I don't. I think that they have their moments where it could get pretty bad. Goonie, how does Jay feel about me messaging him today? Brought up a little anxiety. I don't know what your relationship is with him right now, but it shows a little bit anxiety. And if you're somebody from the past, because the Six of Cups is somebody from the past, made him a little nervous. Cinnamon, how will my married life be like? You know what? You should have a good married life, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is like, you finally get that moment where you can just exhale. Like, it happened, it's good, I'm here, it's working out, it's a celebration, it's offer of love. Yeah, it should be a good marriage. Christy, Avery has an appointment at Med Anderson. Will he find an answer? Okay. My God, I got 3 aces. That would be pretty strong that it would be a yes, that he would find an answer. Good luck. Adriana, will I stop working when I get children? I think you will. I think you will, or at least you will temporarily, you know, for X amount of years, maybe until you get them into school. Allison, what's going to happen between my ex, AT, and I in the next 2 months? Okay. It can be a little bit rocky. So it shows that over the next 2 months, use your intuition. There's high anxiety around the situation. The sword cuts both ways, which means it can get really good, but then it can also get really bad. There also may be some kind of bullshit that goes on and you have to cut through the bullshit. I don't know if there's lies or she tells you some kind of stories or whatever. It also looks like it comes to a point where you may be prepared to deal with the relationship and then things go out of whack. And then happiness can come in, but it's a little bit delayed. It looks like it goes up and down. It's going to be a little bit of a road for you over the next 2 months. What the hell? Who put the TV on? Dylan must have stepped on the remote or something, sat on it. New chapter. What's George's energy towards me today? Intuitively connected. That's the energy that comes up today. DJ, what skills and talents do I have? Well, I mean, I can try to tell you, but if I don't know what it is that you do, I can't really answer that. Let's see. Okay, you could have a talent for communicating and counseling, possible. There also could be something with business because you have pentacles here. I don't know if that's something, like, to me, the idea of business and banking is something I would never want to go near, but with all these pentacles, it could be something with business that you would be good at or you would excel at. You also have a spiritual practice here that could either bring you peace or you could get connected to the spiritual practice. Like, say, for example, yoga. You go in, you take a yoga class, you fall in love with it. It does the world of difference, changes your life, so you decide to become a teacher. Something like that may happen at some point that you just kind of gravitate to and you feel like it's your soul's calling. Whatever it is you decide to do, there's hard work, and there's Eight of Pentacles can be like working really hard to cultivate a skill that you could use to make money at a later date. And it could be a talent, or it could be just a hobby, something that you do as a hobby. There could be a creative hobby around you that you do that's really, you could turn it into a small business at some point. Maybe you haven't found it yet, but it's something creative. Usually it could be something that you would do with your hands, like making something, rather than, say, like creative dancing. But I can't really go any more specific than that without knowing what kind of things that you do or what it is that you're into. Allison, general life and love, whatever you see for the next 1 month. Okay. Well, there may be some decision that comes in around Three of Pentacles is like a stable job. So with a decision, you could be slow and steady wins the race, moving up the ladder. Out of the blue, somebody that you haven't heard from comes in. It could be an Aries. It could be somebody from your past that you're happy to hear from. It doesn't have to be an old love. It could just be like an old friend, somebody you used to work with, somebody that you went to school with. But it would be something happy. You would be glad to hear from them. Success comes in around hard work. Financial stability comes in, but there's also choices. I'm wondering if you're going to get offered another job or a new job. Choices come in around work or money. Could be another way to make money shows up. Priscilla, how did Eric feel when he came to my line today at work? He felt good. Right in the center of the spread is the Judgment card, like it was something that was meant to be. Feels like things are slow and steady wins the race. Feels like you're very hard worker. Feels like you're very well balanced. I would say overall he was happy to see you and he thought positively. He thought it was a good encounter. Sweet thing. Distancing myself from Kenneth, constantly coming. Wow. I think because you got somebody else coming in around you who's going to be very well balanced, make you feel really good and stable, and they may even have some money. I think you're going to be preoccupied. Mariana, my boyfriend's current energy is towards me. Okay, well, this is okay. So it's the first energy that comes up is things can change quickly overnight, but then immediately it's like then there's a slowdown. So it's kind of like a hot and cold. I think, did you say that it was hot and cold earlier? Because if not, that's what's coming up, hot and cold. And it also comes up, which echoes that, the Devil and the King of Cups. King of Cups would be an emotionally stable partner, and then the Devil could be somebody who's a little bit more of like a demon. So it's like definitely double-sided. Coco, what is Kay wanting to do about our connection? Celebration. She wants more to come. She uses her intuition. If you haven't spoken to her or seen her recently, she shows up out of the blue. 10 of Pentacles is here, which, I mean, that's usually a money thing, but no matter what, 10 of Pentacles is positive. It's always positive. And so is the Wish card. She wants things to move forward. I think it may be a timing thing here. Adriana, how is he going to be after we get into a relationship? He's going to be passionate. Things could move along pretty quickly, and there may be some fun, spontaneous times, like things that happen out of the blue that are a lot of fun. Mariana, how will things be if I distance myself from my boyfriend? You know what? I think you're going to, because you have the 8 of Cups here, which is like walking away. You also have luck. You have good fortune on your side, and you have celebration. He's stuck in the mud right now. He's going to feel regret if you pull back. Pulling back just a little bit, I mean, I wouldn't disappear, but pulling back a little bit could actually make him step up a little bit more. It wouldn't be a bad thing. Kira, what's next for Leroy? I think that there's going to be communication that comes in. The first communication may not be so successful. 6 of Wands is in reverse. But then I think you guys talk about it again, and there's forward movement, and the arguments move into the past. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. The first talk may not go so well. The second talk goes better. Oh, I missed Crystal? Oh, man. Damn, what the heck? I must have passed it a long time ago. There we go. How does Jerome feel about me? Well, he feels celebration around you, so that's positive. He feels happy around you. He thinks that you're well balanced, you're intuitive. He thinks that you're grounded and creative. He thinks that you're happy, kind, intelligent. He may feel sometimes that you're a little insecure, or I guess insecure would be the word. He thinks you're attractive and that you're very well balanced.
Now you are allowing parts, but limiting them to one frame per car.
I'm concerned the areas have to be more want to keep people up close and personal unnecessarily. So that's what we do. We run out of parts, it's not cheap, and allow them to be full players.
New chapter. How does George's father feel about us being together? How does George's father feel about us being together? He thinks that you guys can be strong and successful. He also thinks that you guys can be happy. I think that he's for it.
There's no better place to find the perfect stone. Call today or visit our showroom where our highly trained staff is always ready to lend a hand. Athenia Mason Supply, your #1 hardscape and mason supply dealer. To our friends in the community, Bill Snopper of Franklin Social Mall.
Yeah, if you delete the question, you have to wait because I can't go looking for them. Otherwise, I'll lose my place. That's why I ask people to put it in the blue box so I don't have to go looking for the questions because it takes too long. TZ, messages from both my deceased grannies and maternal and paternal. Okay. Messages from deceased grannies. Okay, you know I'm not a medium. I'm just pulling the spirit cards. Unity, Archangel Sandalphon. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organizations seek out mentors and like-minded friends. The 5 of Air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. 4 of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. And the last one is the 9 of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment.
Thinking of selling your Rockland home? Michael Galgano, broker owner of IDNA Real Estate Group and a top producing realtor,
Adriana, does he get jealous of me talking to Sergio?
Call the name you know, and Rockland has trusted you for 25 years. No games, no gimmicks, just true professional real estate services. So when you're ready to go, let Mike know. Call 845-639-9800 or meet us at startpackingtoday.com.
He gets mildly jealous. Yeah, he kind of holds himself back. Yeah, he's not going to say anything, but he gets a little jealous. A new chapter. It was buffering. I didn't hear you. What was George's energy towards me today? I think I said successful in love. Was that what came up? The 6 of Wands and love, I think. Let me just pull it again. I'm pretty sure I said it was success and love came up around you.
Even the number of new cases actually ticked down yesterday after being stable for a number of days.
The number of new cases are down, but we are still seeing more than 1,000 new cases.
Yeah, it was the 6 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Success and love. That's what it was.
After New York had its lowest numbers of deaths in weeks, fatalities are up.
You think you're going to have one day.
KM. I still haven't heard from him. Should I reach out?
Numbers remain relatively flat. The goal is to now double our capacity to 40,000 tests a day while prioritizing tests for essential workers. Our top pharmacies to test for COVID-19. News 12's Kara Wilkinson.
Yeah, you should reach out. Yeah. The only time I would tell somebody to definitely not reach out is if they've been texting too much or reaching out too much and not getting response, or if they're really feeling insecure about it. And like the energy around them is just insecure and like skeptical. Sweet thing. When the new guy comes in, how would Kenneth take it?
I assume your guess, an educated guess, is that independent pharmacists will take us up on this.
He's going to be jealous as hell, and he's going to feel really betrayed. You may see a change in him. You may see a change in him.
The new walk-in test will be offered to first responders, healthcare workers, and essential employees.
Because these people have been carrying the load, and they have been subjected to the public during this crisis.
Memphis pharmacist Anthony Charletta says the governor's latest action is what he and his colleagues have been looking for.
Testing is what we need to do, and there's no way that the
Kimmy.
hospitals and the doctor's offices can do it alone, and you're going to need pharmacists to rise to this challenge and get it done.
Pharmacy employees will administer the test swabs.
I'm pretty sure for new chapter I said success and love. I held the cards up like this. I'm pretty sure that was you that I answered for. And it was good. Kimmy, what big changes should I look forward to? Big changes around Kimmy Roberts. Well, you have some adventure coming in. You have a heightened intuition. You're going to be persevering, and life is going to change for you overnight. Maybe when it comes to money, money could be coming in. You're going to have some decisions to make. Somebody from your past is coming back. You got some stuff happening. Somebody from your past comes back. It could be a Capricorn. You also have a wish that comes true coming in. You may be at some point feeling like you're stuck in the mud, but that's not going to be for very long because it looks like life is moving forward quickly.
People around the world. We join in praying for an end to this pandemic as well as for the poor who, as always, suffer the most. Well, the global death toll has now surpassed 200,000. This as businesses and a handful of states begin to open their doors this weekend. Karen Kafer has more from Washington.
TZ, going through a very tough time right now with regard to my connection to Anis. What does my angels, Metatron, Raphael, and Shemuel, Hanuel have to say to me? In general, I've been praying to them. Okay, let's see. What do the angels have to say?
In Georgia, hair salons, barbershops, bowling alleys, tattoo parlors, and gyms could open ahead of the weekend. Open home access in South Carolina, among other states, will relax restrictions.
What we were trying to do in Charleston and South Carolina.
The Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. The Lovers, there you go, Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions, good health. The Nine of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Interesting, this card's come up quite a few times tonight. It's shown up, and we have a lot of cards here, but that card keeps coming up. I would say let go of the fear. Let go of fear.
Violations were also issued earlier this month after weddings were broken up. One wedding was at a home.
I miss DJ. What are some of my... Oh, I answered that one. I said that it's really hard for me to pull skills and talents out of the air if I don't know what it is that you normally do. But I think what I said was there was something creative that you do with your hands that you can make money at in the future. Something with being really great with business and money, possibly banking. And what was the other one? shit, I can't remember what the other one was, but I also said that it's really like I can't really pull skills and talents out of the air if I don't know somebody's situation. You know, like if you were to say to me, would I be better as a dog groomer or better as a banker? I could weigh the two against one another, but I did answer it, and it was quite a while ago.
Saturday afternoon in Nanuet for a caravan through the community.
And we're just traveling through some streets. We want to wave at some people, some kids. We just want to
Darlene.
monotony a little bit.
Organizer Mitch Saul says the caravan called Feed Our Heroes Drive-a-thon is on a mission to do just that.
And the whole thing is to raise money.
Is Kevin thinking about me sexually in his downtime, and will he text me next week? Okay.
Donations throughout the drive to provide meals and medical hospitals, including Nyack and Good Samaritan, with help from a restaurant in Congress.
Dollars is doubling and matching our order dollar for dollar.
Providing home cooked meals.
He does think about you. I'm not convinced that you're going to hear from him next week. It may take a little longer than that, but he does think about you.
Caregivers in this, terrible time and trying to do something nice and uplifting for the community and to spread cheer.
The caravan also made several stops throughout its 2.5-hour ride at hospitals and care facilities, including here at Duranio, to show their support and appreciation for healthcare workers. In Rockland County, Emily Rucker, News 12.
Adriana, does he get jealous of Esteban too? Is he jealous in general? Okay, let's see.
Hundreds of Peekskill residents are getting help putting food on the table. Free meals were offered Saturday afternoon for curbside pickup by North Division.
Yeah, he gets a little bit jealous. He's not crazy jealous, but he takes notice. Like he's got mental notice.
People who are homebound because of the virus or quarantine, who are sick, who are weak, and they need food. And we help everybody share their whole life.
Miss Anna, what's on Jerry's mind tonight? What's on Jerry's mind tonight?
Online donations are also being accepted for those who can afford it. Organizers say $3.50 donation can survive one meal. All right, time for a quick check of our weather forecast, and here's
Well, he's got a couple of things. He's feeling very burdened and he's feeling disconnected from his intuition, but he may not realize he's got good luck on his side. So he's got good luck coming in for him. He may be like, I don't know, manifesting something that he's been looking forward to. But right now he's feeling like weighed down by the weight of the world. Like he just can't seem to get out of his own way. Maybe feeling a little sorry for himself tonight. Yeah, okay, so super chats. The reason why I asked them to be $1.99 is so that everyone can put the question in the blue box. Because if you go below $1.99, you can't put the question. And if I have to go searching for the question, it takes me a long time. And then I lose my spot. Because as you can see, people will keep posting the same question over and over again. Say, for example, I see here where SARS wrote, Danny, address how the super chats work. If she keeps posting this, and I scroll all the way down and answer somebody's super chat, when I scroll back up, I'm like, oh, there's where I was when SARS said, Danny, address the super chat. So now I lost the people above it because I don't realize that she posted this way up here. And I didn't go all the way up. I stopped here. So that's why I ask for it to be in that blue box. I do them in order. If you don't put it in the blue box and I have to go looking for it, if it's only a couple down and I can see it, I'll answer it. But if it's not there, then you have to wait until I get to it. There's no other way for me to do it because otherwise I just it will get so lost and then I skip people. So for me to stay in order, it's the easiest way for me to do it. Yeah, and I always ask to please not harass the moderators because it's a lot of effort for them to do what they have to do. If you keep posting and spamming the thing, it just slows everything up. Exactly. And the privates are really cheap. Like, you can't find cheaper privates than mine. Really. Siba, what's coming up for me? Well, you got a couple of things. You've got a love relationship or a connection. You got success that comes in around it. Something it's divinely guided, which means you don't have to go out looking for it. You're going to walk into it. You're going to bang into it, turn the corner, and it's there. And then your intuition will be heightened. If you are with somebody now, then it would just mean that your current relationship is moving forward. But it's not something that you have to force or finagle. It's just something that will happen organically. Miss Anna, does he feel imprisoned by this job? Yeah, I think he's been feeling that way for a long time. But let's ask the cards. Yes. Well, we knew that. He's been feeling, I think he wants to get out of that job.
What do you want by your side? A lawyer who rejects an insurance company offer and turns it into 10 times more?
A sweet thing. Does Marquisha know that Kenneth loves me?
Seemed available.
The argument. That could be.
Maximum insurance.
That could be.
The lawyer with all these information is just like a wolf. And you can find him.
Yeah, you know, I think that she knows. I don't know that they argue over that. That may be what fuels her anger, but she may make it about something else. But that's what's really, yeah, she knows. Deep down, she knows. I don't know. Sometimes people can be really bizarre. Like, they may know. A lot of times somebody knows somebody is cheating, or somebody knows that they're really in love with someone else, but they don't care. They just don't care. And I mean, if it works for you, fine. But I don't think it works for her because I think she's really angry about it. Sweet thing. Kenneth has an ego lately, prideful. Do you see that changing? Yeah. He's actually feeling very weak. That's why he's hiding behind his ego. Yeah. It's going to change. Right now, he's having a really weak moment. Daniela, what do I have to look forward to?
I'm married and buying jewelry for over 25 years. I'm also working at a certificate.
News 12 Hudson Valley is brought to you in part by the law office of the Lord. Call today for your free divorce consultation.
What do I have to look forward to? You got some money coming in, financial stability, but you also have somebody from your past returning. It could be somebody, doesn't have to be an old love, but it would be somebody who treats you really well or thinks very highly of you. The Empress card would be somebody who treats you like, they think that you're like a goddess. The only downfall to this card is if you don't want children, be careful, because it could be the birth or conception of a child. If you're not with anyone right now, that could be a love connection with this person from the past. But keep in mind, somebody from your past doesn't have to be an old love. It could be like somebody you went to high school with, you haven't seen in 10 years, somebody you used to work with, an old neighbor, something like that. You also have a wish that comes true, and you're no longer holding yourself back. You're kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and taking chances. DJ, from the cards, what do you see me pursuing? YouTube? Okay, let's see. YouTube ASMR.
It's always an honor to be asked to serve your country. After 3 years of working in the Trump administration in Washington, it's nice
The ASMR one would be good. Now let's see, nursing.
to contribute to public service as a private citizen. Well, New York schools are getting $1 billion in federal aid. News 12's Diane Caruso.
Nursing would be a good one too. I think nursing would be really good, especially with this day and age. Would it be a YouTube nursing channel? Because that would do phenomenal these days. Or if nursing would be something separate, not having to do with YouTube, it still shows success around it. Entrepreneurship. Okay, let me see. Well, that could be the business thing that I saw before. I would say the YouTube and the nursing would be much higher than the opening up a business right now, unless you were looking at YouTube to be your business. I think that regardless of what you choose, you should still do a YouTube channel because it's something that you can do in your own time, at your own pace. And I think everyone should do a YouTube channel because everybody has something that somebody else needs. I was just talking to actually the guy that I used to date 100 years ago that I always talk about. He works with, his day job is he works with adults that have some kind of a need, like some of them are physically disabled, some of them like they all have some kind of a need. I think that like they all live in a house and he takes care of them in the house. He's a big guy, so he can help those that need to be lifted. That's his day job. Well, he works whatever hours they need him, and he's been working there for years. He's a essential worker. They need him to work now. He's working. And I believe that that's his calling because he's really kind and like I could just and I don't know that I do believe that's his calling. And I think that most of the people, I think they're all adults in the houses that he works at. However, he's got a really funny personality, and you would, if you ever met him, you would never believe it, but he loves to cook. I don't know, he's like a big guy. I don't know. I wouldn't picture him to be a cook. But he's funny. So if you, it's like, make a cooking channel. People will watch you. You're hilarious. I don't know. I don't know if he'll do it, but I think he should. Because someone like me who doesn't cook, if I needed to cook, I would have to watch a YouTube channel. I watched YouTube to change my front door lock. I wanted to put on a lock that had the keypad rather than the key. You know, you type in a code. I didn't know how to do it, so I watched it on YouTube and I fixed it. Somebody will watch it. So I think that you should do that too, or in addition to, regardless. But the business thing comes below the nursing and the YouTube. I would choose those two first. And I would go with nursing first. I would do YouTube on the side.
Thanks, Antoinette. Clouds moving into the region. Saturday night's day becoming memories.
Okay, I made it through the super chats. Let me go back up to the top.
Plenty of rainfall. You can see the clouds. As you look down to the south and west, you can also see.
Sandy, how does M. the Libra view me?
Speaking of the warm air down in the south, the air washing out all that rainfall, and so there will be some applications to some spots getting over.
Come up very happy. Thinks that you're very happy, very kind and caring, well balanced, attractive, successful, happy or lucky. Maritha. Oh, that's not a question. Okay, hang on. Afia, general reading. You're about to embark on a personal transformation. It looks like you got some passion coming in. You could have a new love coming in. You could definitely have a new love coming in, or a new love interest too, because you have the Knight of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. Person may be an Earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, feeling more balanced at work or better respected, or maybe being compensated better for your hard work. All 10 cups are full coming up.
This News 12 Mindful Moment brought to you by Emblem Health, providing New Yorkers with peace of mind and quality, affordable health coverage for more than 80 years.
Angel the Aries, does David miss me? Yes, he does miss you. Malapali, what will E do if M walks away? I think E is going to have a hard time letting M go. And I think that E puts up a fight. E's got strength and being prepared and perseverance, and also working hard. I don't think that E lets M walk away so fast. I think M is going to have to be very, very stern, you know, and like not take any shit, because I don't think this person's going to leave him alone.
For our food banks, charities, and kitchens, for serving those in the greatest need, for our customers, for being patient and kind, to everyone who's a part of Stop and Shop, for all you're doing to help. Thank you.
I gained 53 pounds.
Did she say gain weight?
I gained 53 pounds with CD1 weight gainer.
That's right. Introducing CD1 Weight Gainer, the weight gain pill.
I've been skinny most of my life. CD1 weight gainer totally changed my life.
CD1 Weight Gainer is a safe, effective, and effective weight gain pill.
Malika, what's coming towards me?
CD1 weight gainer. It took me only 3 months to gain 30 pounds. I went from 150 to 175.
What's coming towards me?
53 pounds, and I'm super tall. And look and feel
Happiness. Happiness. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got an air sign coming in, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. You've got magic around you. You can manifest just about anything you want, and don't hold yourself back. Go for it. Balance, patience, and compassion comes in. Sonia, what were the real intentions of RL towards me? Were they romantic or anything else not so good? Okay. What were the real intentions from RL? Were they romantic?
Westchester County reopened 6 outbursts today while answering and Hudson Hills. County Executive George Ladner gave the green light, but he told me there are restrictions.
The biggest concern about straightforward. She says that's what
I think that they were probably romantic. I only got one ace here, but the 9 of Wands is positive. So yeah, I'm thinking it was romantic.
social distance and all the things we were told that we need to do. And that's what we're doing now. We reopened these 2 golf courses. See how it goes this weekend. Maybe we need one more weekend after that. And then we may apply that to the other 4 courses if we start to try to get back to at least in this particular area of policy, more moral structure.
Can you tell me more about choosing the 2 Northern County courses?
We think all Hudson Hills and Mohanson are
Oh, did I skip Dana? Was Jerry plans to strategy now that he's in this predicament? How it affects him or us? Will he need my help to get through it? Okay. What's Jerry's plan or strategy now that he's in this predicament? Okay. I think he's going to have some choices coming up. I think he feels like he put in a whole lot of hard work and he's not seeing a payoff. I think he's going to try to get out of it. When he comes back, he's gonna, yeah, he is gonna need your help. I think he's gonna do what he can to get out of work. I don't know if he can retire or he can relocate or if he can do something where he's still working for the service, but he's no longer overseas. Maybe he can come home and do it. You two look like you're reconnecting. You got the Two of Cups and the Lover's card here. So you are going to be around him at some point. It's just how fast can he get out of this situation? I don't think he wants to be there anymore. I think he's had it.
News Conference and Valley is brought to you in part by Above and Beyond Creative Sewing. Be part of the solution during the COVID-19 crisis. Visit our webpage to see how you can help.
Thinking of selling your lot?
Miss Anna, what Jay love and hate about me that he's never said.
Is ready to represent you as your biggest asset. So if you're thinking or are ready, call the name you know and Lockman has trusted for over 25 years.
Well, he loves your loyalty. He loves the connection that the two of you have. And I don't think he hates anything about you, but I think that on some level he feels like he can't fulfill what you want, or that your expectations are more than he can give you at this point. And I think that kind of, like, sometimes he feels like that's a setback. Like he feels like, I just can't give her exactly what she wants. Like, I'm just not there right now. I don't think that there's anything, though, that he hates about you. I think that he actually feels like you two have a great psychic connection, or an intuitive connection to one another. I don't think there's anything that he hates. But I do think that he takes you for granted. But I don't think he sees it like that. I think that if you were to call him out on it, he would just say, well, you know that I'm busy, you know that I'm working, and you know that I can't talk, or I can't reach out, or, you know, time is an issue, or, you know, getting time to talk is an issue. I don't think there's anything that he hates about you. Oh, let me answer for YOLO, because this was there last night and I never answered it. Did he really love me? Was it all a lie in a game, cheating on me? Did he really love me? Yes, he really did have love for you. So just from the way that you've worded this question, I don't know for sure, but it says, was it all a lie in a game, cheating on me all the time? So this is my 2 cents. If he was cheating on you all the time, but there were many different people, like he hooked up with this one, he hooked up with that one, that kind of cheating, that's an ego thing. So that has nothing to do with him being in love with those people. Actually, it shows the more women that there were that he cheated with, the more that proves that he was feeding his ego, and it has less to do with him not loving you. If you were together for 10 years and he was cheating on you for 3 years with the same person, that's different. When there's a relationship that's happening over years, then that's a different story. But if there were like, you and him are exclusive, and then he goes out and he hooks up with Susie, and he hooks up with Sally, and he hooks up with Mary, that feeds his ego. That's an ego thing. It has nothing to do with love. That has all to do with what's going on inside him. So I don't know what went on in your situation personally, but that's just something to think about. Kimmy, how will the rest of the year go with G? Well, it's going to be a little bit up and down, but such is life. So it looks like first here, one of you may be holding yourselves back, and then you got good karma around the situation, and then somebody may be feeling like they're very controlling, like controlling to the point that it's like unhealthy. Then Somebody's got to watch out for doing or saying something that they can't take back when the Fool's in reverse. Happiness is delayed, but that doesn't mean it's not coming in. It's just delayed a little bit. Then there's a decision that needs to be made, and then the relationship moves forward quickly or changes overnight. So it's going to be a little bit up and down. Priscilla, will I reunite and reconcile with Antonio?
Collection sites for I assume, your guess, an educated guess, is that independent pharmacists will take us up on this? Now, government executive order will unlock a network of more than 5,000 pharmacies of COVID-19 testing locations.
Yes, you will. You will. I don't know that it's going to happen in the month of May, but it's coming. There's a reconciliation coming.
Because these people have been carrying
Cinnamon, when will money be coming my way? Timing. June. Looks like June is going to be a good month for you. Money should pick up in June, and it should be much better between June and the end of the year. TD, why can't I just let go of him? Well, there's usually a couple of things. If you can't let go of somebody, there's more than one factor. 9 times out of 10, it's because you haven't met anybody else yet, and that's why. But there's also like a connection between you and this person. And that's another reason why you can't let go. But it looks like you may let go. You may walk away. And he may come back pursuing. The thing is that what happens, and I've noticed this over the years, somebody can be waiting and hoping and praying for somebody to come back. It takes however long, months, sometimes it takes years. If this person finds somebody, and that it happens all the time, like with the guy that I dated for a long time, he treated me like shit. He really did. He treated me like shit. And then I got to a point where I was like, you know what, fuck this. And I made the decision that I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to do this anymore. And I didn't meet anybody else for like, I think it was like a year or over a year. Maybe it was 2 years or a year and a half. And I remember to be like, if I'm going back in my mind, I think it was like April of 2012 that I saw the picture of him with the woman and the dog. And then I was like, I can't believe that he's been seeing me and he's with this other person and they're adopting a dog together. And that wasn't something I went looking for. Like that came up in my newsfeed because he adopted his dog from the shelter that I got Dylan from. And I liked the shelter. So that's how I saw the picture. Imagine that. I just happened to be on Facebook at the time that picture came up in my newsfeed. Crazy. And the fucked up thing is that the picture was taken on, it was Tuesday when I saw it. The picture was taken on Sunday, and that Sunday he was looking to hang out with me. Like, what a dickhead. Anyway, so that was like April of 2012. I don't think I saw him again until November of 2012. And I think that was the last time that I was with him. And then, 2012, yeah, I think that it was around Thanksgiving I was with him. And then it was February of 2014 that I met the next guy. So it was a time. But when my life started to move forward, that's when he showed up. And then it's when he was like, well, now I have more time and maybe, we can spend more time together. And I was like, no. And I even had him here one day and he was like, I feel like you don't want me to touch you. And I was like, yeah, I don't. But it was like, I mean, it took time for me to get past it, but it was like, once that change happens, like once your feelings change or your energy is somewhere else, that's when they notice and they come back. And then that's when, once your life starts to move forward, you don't want to be in that old situation anymore. Like you don't want to wait by the phone. You don't want to wait to hear from somebody. Nobody wants that. But people hold on to it because nobody else has come in. That's significant. Once something starts moving forward, then that's when, you know, and I say it to everyone, if somebody else came in and was ready, willing, and able, you're not going to be asking where this guy is because you're not going to care. You're going to be on to something else. Unfortunately, some people fall in love really quick and some people don't. And I know for myself, I don't. Like, people come into my life a few and far between. I mean, few and far between. I just don't really connect with people, I guess. So my sympathies go out to people that are in similar situations because I know what it's like. But I think you are going to hear from him, and I think that the answer for everyone is, as shitty as it is, those feelings go away when life moves forward with somebody else. That's just what happens. That's the way it is. It's a shame that it has to happen like that, but Kate, how is Gabriel feeling about me lately? Oh, this is lipstick that I'm wearing. One of my friends bought it for me. I'll tell you what kind it is in a second. Let me do this question. How's Gabriel feeling about me lately? He thinks that you're very creative, you're kind, you're attractive. Thinks that you guys are spiritually connected. He thinks that you have choices around you. Very interesting. Sometimes he holds himself back. He thinks that you're happy, successful, and that your life is moving forward quickly. Lipstick I have is over here. Nope, that's not it. Graftobian makeup. Lipstick, green. This one here is the blue one I wore the other day. This is Infallible Paints by L'Oreal. This one is more of a lip gloss. This one here is lipstick, and it feels really creamy. I'm going to plug this other phone in here. Goonie, does A have true intentions towards Sue Rucci? Okay, let's see. At this point, it looks like he's moving away with the Six of Swords, and he also has anxiety around him, and there may be arguments around him. It doesn't look like he's looking, it looks like he's putting some distance between the two of them at this point. I don't know what's going on in their relationship right now exactly, but that's how it comes up right now. New chapter. What was the meaning of the stork? Okay. Well, look, the Empress just showed up, so you know what that means. Be careful. Be careful, because there could be a premonition of a baby to come. It also looks like there is balance around you. But yeah, with the Empress showing up, I would definitely say that. Goody, why didn't he return my phone call? I think he does return your phone call. He maybe didn't return it yet, but you have magic around you and you have balance around you. Temperance. I think that maybe he's just busy right now, but it looks like he does return the phone call. Things change fast or move forward fast. balance comes back to the situation. So he may call you tomorrow or something, or Monday, and say something, apologize and say, I was doing X, Y, and Z. I was busy at the time, and that's why. I was helping my father with something, helping my mother with something, cleaning out the garage, whatever. But I think he gets back to you. Miss Anna, you said that he's got to see me face to face. That's what I think. I think that's what I think he would feel more comfortable doing that. Will it be a shock for me? What's he going to say or admit? Do I need to prepare for it? I don't think it's anything that's going to shock you. I think that he wants to be face to face because I don't think he has the time to talk wherever he is right now. Like, he may have time to check in, hey, how you doing? But I don't think that he can explain his whereabouts where he is right now. And I think that when he sees you in person, I think he would show up and he would just, I don't think it would be anything that would be terrible. I think he just may explain like what he was going through and why he was so distant. I don't think it would be anything that you have to prepare for. I just think that his idea would be like I get the impression I get from him right now is, I'm busy, I can't explain myself, I don't have the time to explain. But if he was home, he could just show up and he could be like, listen, this is what I was going through, this is why, and then it may make more sense. I mean, I still don't think it's an excuse for him to disappear the way that he did. But sometimes when somebody explains to you what they were going through or what happened, it may make a little bit more sense. See, here's the home. I do think he shows up at your house. Or maybe he calls you when he gets home. But I feel like when you guys finally have a conversation, you guys are face to face. And it's nothing bad. You've got good luck on your side. You also have magic here, which means that things should go smoothly. Somebody from your past returning, 6 of Cups. Like, the way that I feel now, it's like his time is, he's always pressed for time. Like, he doesn't have enough time to get into it. I'm not giving him an excuse but that's just the way it comes off. And some people, it drives me nuts, but people are like, put things off that they don't want to deal with, or they think that things are gonna go away if they ignore it, and then it makes the matters worse. Like, just deal with things head on. Kimmy, am I pregnant, or should I worry about pregnancy right now? Okay, let's see. Oh man, you get 3 aces. So if you're not pregnant right now, you could be getting pregnant very soon. So be very careful. 3 aces is very high that you could be pregnant right now. Daniela, is Alejandro hiding his true feelings from me? Yeah, but not only that, he may be hiding them from himself too. He may not be really ready to deal with the whole thing right now. He just might need a little more time to digest all of it. He's not just hiding them from you, he's not dealing with them himself. You're right. Soul healing. You said spiritually the hearing would heighten. Is it division 2, or am I nuts? No, you're probably not nuts. You're probably right onto something. Let's see. Keep working with it, because I think you're onto something. You know, all of these things, first of all, you have to be open to it. People tend to know how to shut things down without even realizing it. And people get afraid. They see something, they hear something, they get afraid. If you're open to it, it's going to grow. You're going to cultivate it. If you trust it, the more you trust it, the more it grows. You know, that kind of thing. I think that you're evolving. So, no, I think that you're in a good place. Kira, what's on Leroy's mind?
He joined the White House communications staff last year as former top aide to Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin. Saying he lives in Eastchester says, quote, "It's always an honor to be asked to serve."
Well, he's a little bit undecided. Two of Swords in reverse. Feeling a little undecided on what to do. Feels a little out of balance. He's been thinking about things. I think he wants this relationship to work out. I think he also feels like he's tired of the fighting and the dramatics that surround it. So he's kind of torn for what he should do. I think that he comes forward and the first conversation that you guys have may not go so great, but then you have another one that's a little bit better. But I think he's, in his mind, he's going over, like he's going back and forth. Like, I can't stand the fighting, I can't stand the drama, but then he's like, but I really want it to work out. I really want things to get back on track. I really want things to move forward. So he's kind of going back and forth with his feelings. And I feel like that's been on his mind a lot. Maybe a lot today, or it will be going into tomorrow. Nicole, what is Jeff thinking about I miss him today? Aw. All right, let's see. What's he thinking about? If you're missing him today, chances are you're picking him up because he's thinking of you. I know, emotions can be so funny. That's why, like, sometimes people will be like, oh, you ask the same question all the time. How does he feel about me? But people change. Like, it changes. Like, sometimes you can feel like you're missing somebody in one moment and then 5 minutes later want to rip his head off. Like feelings and emotions change. So let's see what's going on for him today. See, he's feeling nostalgia for the past. 6 of Cups, first card that comes up. He's also got the Devil here, which means he's dealing with some kind of a demon. It could be jealousy. Maybe she's acting out. Maybe she's being jealous. He's walking away from something too. See, he's feeling here a little bit like he put in a lot of hard work. He didn't see a payoff, and now he's about to embark on a personal transformation. So he's not thrilled with the way things are either.
The group's community table program is providing food, litter, and other pet necessities to Westchester families in need.
Everybody is losing their jobs and a lot of uncertainty right now. One thing we can at least help with is making sure that their pets are fed.
While there is no approval process,
New chapter. Am I pregnant? Let's see.
honor system, and have only asked that each person take only one step so they can serve as many pets and people as possible. Well, the 63rd annual New York Emmy Awards held tonight.
Oh man, you got 3 aces. Same thing. If you're not right now, you could be very soon. So be very careful. 3 aces it's like a yes.
News 12 Westchester.
Yay, News 12 Westchester, a proud night for News 12 Westchester and the Hudson Valley. Some of our colleagues took home awards tonight.
New chapter. If I get pregnant for George, what will the outcome? What will be the outcome?
And the network as a whole winning more than a dozen awards. Congratulations to all my colleagues. Good for them. All right, joining us right now, we're on with Bruce Avery with the latest in our weather.
Thanks, Antoinette. Clouds moving into the region. The Saturday nice day becoming memory. Sunday is going to be pretty much a washout with plenty of rainfall. You can see the clouds. As you look down.
Well, if you get pregnant right now, he's going to feel unprepared. He's also going to feel a little bit like unprepared here, feeling like he's got a long road ahead of him. He may not be thrilled, but I think that as time goes on, things could work out. Or at least, if you were to decide to keep the baby, I think that there would be a chance in the future that, he would step up to the plate. It may be a road though, it might be the kind of thing where he feels like, I didn't sign on for this, or I didn't know this was going to happen. But I think that, obviously you would be the one to make the final decision, but if you were to decide, I don't know, I think there's a kid here. I think that there's a kid coming at some point. If not now, sometime. We had the Empress here before, right? There's something happening soon. Miss Anna, his expectations of me and trust and loyalty of me to him, he fears that he was not that loyal to me as I am to him. Oh, he knows that you're more loyal to him. That's definitely. He definitely knows that he can trust you, and he knows that you're much more loyal to him. I think that the downfall is that he knows that he's got you where he wants you, and that's why he feels like he can just let time go by, and when he's ready to come home or when he can get home, he'll take care of things then. And that's the unfair part. I don't think that he's afraid right now of losing you, because I think he feels like you're still there. And I think that that's what makes this unfair. You know what I mean? Like, he knows that you're, like, you're here and he's there, but you can't contact him. He's got to contact you. Yeah, here he is again. 6 of Cups. Somebody from your past comes back. Here's the thing, though, that could shock him. When you have choices around you, there may be other people pursuing you. You got the Sun card here. You have happiness coming around you. Judgment is here. Something meant to be is going to happen. You have a wish that comes true. So he may be pretty sure that you're sitting around waiting for him, but he may come back and find out that you're not. Or that even if you are still waiting around for him, there may be somebody around you, even if it's just a friend or someone that you hang out with or talk to, it could be enough to make him stop in his tracks, to realize that, hey, listen, I could really lose this person if I don't step up to the plate. And I think that that could happen. 7 of Cups, choices, the Sun card, happiness and judgment. Like, his luck is going to run out at some point. That's just how it is for everyone. Eventually somebody else shows up for no matter who it is. It's just unfortunate. Well, maybe I can't say that, because I think some people just connect on a deeper level. They hurt on a deeper level and they love on a deeper level. And I think that some people, they can go out with just anybody and they're okay with that, but it's not the same kind of connection. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that's easier. Excuse me. It's hard to, it's hard when you have feelings that run that deep for somebody.
We've been making cars for America for 25 years, building one of the best marques anywhere.
Felix, why am I having a hard time letting go of my ex who is a Cancer? All right, let's see. Well, you still feel very connected to them. You feel like you guys you did have a soulmate connection. This person, they're going to reach out to you. Knight of Pentacles. This relationship isn't totally over yet. You're going to hear from them again. Just be careful, because it looks like right now emotionally they have the upper hand. So just be careful that you don't put yourself in a situation where they have all the control and you're like sitting around waiting to hear from them. But I think that they're coming back. I think that that's part of it. A lot of times we can't let go of people because they have not let go, they don't let go of us. And they got you in this holding pattern, Sometimes, like, it's really fucked up, because somebody can be with another person, but they're just with that other person. They're not in love with them. They're just with them. And they may be holding on to you, and that's keeping you from moving forward. And if you're not the kind of person that can just pick up anybody, like, I had plenty of friends that were like that. They were like, broke up with John on Tuesday, and on Thursday they were out with Ed. And it's like, this is my new boyfriend. And I'm like, well, what happened to John? I was never been that way. And it feels like a lot of people that show up for these readings aren't that way. It seems like they're waiting for the other person, or they want to know what happened, or they're looking to reconnect. just be careful that you don't find yourself sitting, you know, in a holding pattern, because unfortunately waiting and time makes more waiting and more time. And we don't want to cultivate that. We want to cultivate life moving forward. But I think that you're going to hear from this Cancer. KM, does he miss me and want to talk to me? Yes, he does miss you. He wants to talk to you, but he's reluctant to reach out just yet. So it may take a little bit of time before you hear from this person. New chapter. If I keep the baby, what will happen between me and George? The relationship still may be up and down. At some point, he may walk away from the relationship, but then you guys reconnect again down the road. I always tell people this, just because I think that it's a healthier way of looking at things. And it doesn't even make a difference if you're married. But if you're not married, I always say, just expect to raise this child on your own. And if you're okay with that and you go into it like that and you're prepared for that, then anything else that shows up is just icing on the cake. And then in my experience, because I wasn't married, you know, and like when the doctors would ask, you know, every doctor told me, yeah, I was married, but my husband was useless. You know, I heard it so many times, even from like some of my friends that have kids. They were like, yeah, but he was useless. So just to have that in your mind, that you're going to be doing this on your own, and then whatever happens between you and him happens. It looks like he steps up to the plate at some point, but just being prepared to tackle it on your own, I think would just give you the upper hand emotionally. And you can do it on your own. And even my brother really wanted kids. He really did, more so I think than my sister-in-law. And the first doctor's appointment, my sister-in-law tells him to meet him at the doctor. She's in the doctor's office and she calls my brother, and my brother's sitting at his desk at work. She's like, where are you? He's like, I'm at work. She's like, you're where? He's like, oh my God, I'm on my way. So that's my thing. Like, if you kind of go into it with the headset, like, this is my thing, I'm going to do it myself, and you know, you make all the arrangements and you're in control of it, then everything else is icing on the cake and things start to fall into place. I think it goes a little bit up and down with him, but I think he steps up to the plate at some point. Mariana, general reading for career and love for May.
Do you have gold or jewelry you never wear? Go see Dad.
Okay, you got some peace that comes in the beginning of May. But that doesn't last too long because you got a tower moment coming in here. And then that's followed by holding yourself back. That's the love thing. It works itself out though before the end of the month. There is a new business opportunity, a new job, or some kind of an opportunity for employment coming up. If you're not employed, or if you are, it would be something that you can do in addition. Ace of Pentacles can be a bonus, a promotion of some type. You may be feeling regret if you don't take the promotion. I think that whatever it is, it's a good thing for you. If it shows up, I would jump on it. You may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know, maybe you feel like it's more than you can, like bite off more than you can chew, but I think it would be good for you. There's some arguing, some bickering, and a little bit of bullshit that goes on around your relationship. So you may have to deal with that in the month of May.
More than 1,000 new patients each day. Hospitalizations also continue to go down. However, one day after New York had its lowest numbers of daily deaths in weeks.
New chapter. What will be the future of this baby if I keep it?
This slapped you right in the face. 437 deaths yesterday, which is actually a kickoff.
The governor said the deaths are horrific.
Love and stability. Baby will be fine. I think that, you know, like I said, if you were to choose to do this and you had the mindset, look, I'm doing this on my own, whatever happens, happens. I think that you would do fine. And I think that you would flourish. I do. I don't know. I mean, you can be very overwhelming. I'm not going to say that, and especially like all the appointments and all the different tests that you have to go for. And a lot of times if you're doing it on your own, or, you're like, I'm going to handle this myself, it's overwhelming. But you know what? You just make the appointment and you go and you figure it out. I think you'll be okay. I think you can handle it. I mean, if I had the choice to do it all over again, I would. So
healthcare workers and essential employees, because these people have been carrying the load.
Yes, SARS, you could close the super chats. Thank you.
The public all during this crisis.
Daniela, do I have to worry about Alejandro being depressed? That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see.
And there's no way that the hospitals and doctors or assistant will alone, and we're going to need pharmacists to work with the plans, and we're going to get them.
Yeah, it's something that I would say that it is cause for concern. I don't think that it's a crazy concern, but I think it's something that I would keep my eye on. Yeah, because it's an issue, and it would be something that you should keep your eye on. Yeah. Oh, what the heck is that? TD, General for Mihak. General for Mihak.
They would allow people who already tested positive for COVID-19 to return to work or traveling. Well, Maryville Fathers and Brothers in Oxney is mourning a loss of 9 missioners. According to Catholic News Service, only one of those members had a confirmed case of coronavirus.
Well, you've got the love cup overflowing here, so that's a good thing. You also have some financial stability coming in, or some money flowing in, coming up in the next couple of months. A connection or a reconnection with a current love or a new love, something that's divinely guided, something that it's like you're at the right place at the right time, or it's divinely guided and it moves forward. It could be with an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Miss Anna, Jerry's burden making him depressed. Let's see.
Businesses getting green light to open Friday. The mayor of Brookhaven, Georgia, says most of his residents have played it safe.
It looks like most people stay pretty much
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, he kind of comes off a little bit like he's kind of got like the victim mentality. Was he's Pisces? Pisces can be a victim. Where he's like poor me, like I wish I could have more, but this is where I am, or I'm kind of stuck here. There's nothing I can do about it, like that kind of an attitude. Which I think for some people it's easier to take that kind of an attitude than to stand up and make a change. But I feel like for a long time I suffered with that kind of mentality too. So I understand it. Like I felt like, well, there's no way out, or there's no way I can change things, or I'm stuck here. This is what I have to do. But I think that the more you just open up to the possibility of things changing, the more things can change, even if you don't really believe it. TD, does the Aries still feel a different connection with me than anyone else, like he said before? Okay. What is this? Oh, it's the Yes, he still does feel that connection.
They were sent over by Spry Therapeutics, a White Plains-based company. company. The pillows block bacteria and germs in an effort to help stop the
Ghosting is like the worst thing that you can do to someone. It really is, because even though when people end it and like there is some kind of closure, still sometimes one person is still kind of longing for the other person, or they want to hear from them. But it's the disappearing, you know, and the thing that sucks about that is that you never know when it's going to happen. I think I mentioned him before. My mom dated this guy who we didn't know at the time had a cocaine problem. Of course, you don't find out until after he's living with us, right? And what he would do is he would just like, I'm not even kidding, it was the craziest thing. He would like I'm going to the store to buy ice cream, and then he would not come home. Like he would like get in my mother's car and he would just leave and then not come back. Like he would be like, where the fuck is the ice cream? Crazy. But the big thing is that you never knew when it was going to happen. Like he could go out for ice cream 20 times and come back every time. And then the 21st time he disappears, you know, and then the anxiety of it. Like if it took him, you know, an hour, you know, you'd like, where is he? Where is he? Looking out the window. Like that's the worst part of it. That's why ghosting is so terrible, because I know you don't know when it's going to happen, and you don't know if it's going to happen again. I mean, if he were to call you tomorrow, you don't know. Oh, all right, call me Monday. Okay, I'll call you Monday, and then you don't hear from him. See, that's what's so terrible, because you don't know when it's going to happen. It's crazy. Jay Smith, how does Dee feel now that I have blocked him? Will he still try to contact me?
Thank you, Emily. And Feed Our Heroes plan to deliver hundreds of meals to healthcare heroes on Wednesday and Thursday.
He's going to still try to contact you. He's not happy that you blocked him. He's not happy that you blocked him, but he kind of comes off like, or he's trying to come off like he's cool, you know, like, oh, well, you believe this? Like, I got fucking blocked. Like, I don't know, like he's cool. I don't know if he's saying that to anyone, but that's how he's trying to take it. He feels like an asshole, really, but he's going to try to contact you some other way.
Help everybody share my whole life, and it's amazing to see the community come together and people really helping each other out with free food.
Akira, how does he think I'm feeling? Oh my God, I hope I didn't. Did I might have blocked somebody by accident.
Now it's time for a quick check of our weather forecast, and here's meteorologist Bruce Avery. Hey, Bruce.
Now, if I block somebody, will it say it on here? It would have either been Mihak, Mel, or TD. So try to send something and see if I blocked you. Let me click on it. All right, I don't think it's Mel. I don't think it's TD. No, all right, maybe I didn't. All right. How does he think I'm feeling? How does he think I'm feeling? Well, he thinks that you're mad, but he thinks that you're being really controlling. I don't know what happened. Yeah, he thinks that you're mad, but he thinks that you're hurt, and he thinks that you're being a little bit controlling, or you're feeling a little bit controlling, or you want more control, something like that. Anjali, what's coming between AJ and me in the next 3 months? You may have some anxiety around this situation. Don't worry about it. You guys make it to the top of the mountain. You have a lot of happiness that comes in. There could be travel overseas, to water, some kind of a mini vacation with the two of you, a reconnection, a connection, moving forward here, union of the souls, and strength around the situation. So you guys should be in a good place. New chapter. Will me having this baby be a permanent end to me and George, or will we be together? I can't say that you end up together forever, but it's not the baby that ends the relationship. There's more to come even after the baby. If there's a baby, we don't even know for sure that there is one, but it's a strong possibility that coming up there could be a baby, and it wouldn't be something that ends the relationship. There would be more to come. I don't think that the fate of the relationship is decided on the child. I think that there's more to come regardless of whether or not there's a child involved.
We're all still here, providing you the latest news.
Kirsty. Will I become a senator in the future? Okay, let's see. I think you will. You've got a 70% chance with 2 aces, and you have the good luck card. I think you will.
To our friends in the community, Bill Snopper of Franklin, South Dakota. Our service department
Beautiful Aries, am I pregnant now?
serve our customers, especially
I'm only getting a 33% chance, so I'm not real convinced at this point.
How do they afford no people? Business financial decisions aren't easy. The brightest minds
It's only coming up 33% now. I would take a test. Take a test, see what the test says, because what did we get before? 99%? I would take a test. Because it's only coming up 33% now. So what it could mean is that you're not pregnant now, but be careful for the future. The near future, which would be a good thing, because then you could know to be careful.
Now, Toño is Ricardo, and Ricardo is Toño. They'll swap homes, jobs, families, and even loves. Two very different people on the ride of their lives. Como tú no hay dos. Premieres Monday, April 27th, only on Univision.
I could have been sitting home with all my old jewelry that I don't wear anymore. Instead, we went to Barry. Barry gave us a great price for my old jewelry. We used the money for this vacation.
Oh, for the now question came up 33%. So maybe you're not now and it's going to come in the future. Either way, I would take a test. Better to know, right? All right, let me get the moderators.
Attention firefighters. Certain chemicals in firefighting foams are linked to certain cancers. Military firefighters and civilian firefighters assigned to airports.
All right, while I wait for the moderators, I will answer for some people here that I didn't get to.
Firefighter who use these foams to kidney, testicular, or pancreatic cancer, you may be entitled to compensation. Call Hopalong Law 1-800-789-4164 for a free legal consultation. 1-800-789-4164. I'm not attorney spokesperson.
How about Anukriti? His H's actions for me in the near future. Communication should come in. Even if you don't see him right away, communication may pick up, and then you may see him after that. I think there's going to be much more communication before you actually see each other. But then again, we're under lockdown now, so that could be why. Either way, I think communication picks up.
You're watching News 12. I'm Antoinette Biordi. A 26-year-old from Garrison is behind bars, accused of a knife attack in Newburgh. Police say Gary Patterson stabbed the victim in the abdomen at a home on Stirrup Drive. It happened just after...
Tara, I'm having sleepless nights. Can you tell me what to do about it? A lot of things you can do for sleeplessness. Breathing exercises, salt baths. If you can, add lavender to your bath. You can spray your pillow with lavender. It should help you sleep. Binaural beats will help you sleep. Meditation. There's a lot you can do for sleeplessness. I would start off with warm baths with salt water and lavender.
Political analyst getting a new role within the Trump administration. Tony Sayegh Jr. has just been named a member of the advisory committee on the arts of the John F. Kennedy.
Shani wants to know, will I see Corey tonight? Okay, let's see. Well, I see Corey tonight.
The former top aide for Treasury Secretary Susan Richard. Saying he lives in Eastchester, says, quote, "It's always an
Yeah, I think you're going to see him tonight. If not tonight, within the next couple of days.
Washington. It's nice to be able to return home to Westchester and continue to contribute to public service as a private citizen."
Mel.
Schools are getting $1 billion in
Oh, no.
Diane Caruso has more on what that means
SARS. What
in our area.
are the things the angels want me to know? Okay, angels. Okay, this one fell out, so that's one. Knight of Fire. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. Five of Water. Things not turning out the way you had hoped. Not seeing the positive in a situation. Crying over spilt milk. So think things through carefully. There may be a temporary pause. Don't worry unnecessarily, and don't cry over spilled milk.
Despite the federal cuts, as the small previously reported earlier in the week, the Yonkers School District says it's still faced with a $22 million shortfall.
Mel, general readings and my spiritual gifts.
Measures that we will need to use will include eliminating at least 189 positions from the Yonkers Public Schools.
State Senator Mayor says they'll need more as students are just back to school when that strategy returns.
Well, you've got something out of the blue happens spiritually that you're not expecting with the Page of Swords. So some kind of clairvoyance, clairaudient, something like that should happen to you out of the blue, and then it brings in happiness. It starts to grow quickly. Some kind of extrasensory perception, or whatever you call it, happens out of the blue when you least expect it and starts to grow quickly. Now let me see what I pulled over here. The ego comes up again. How many times does this card come out tonight? Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. False sense of entrapment. So that to me would mean that you know you have these gifts, you maybe sometimes ignore them and you feel trapped by them. Could that be possible? Sometimes spiritual gifts can be scary. Ace of Air. Brilliant new ideas and inspiration. Seeing the truth in the situation, a challenging beginning. The Five of Air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives.
Winning more than a dozen awards. Congratulations to all my colleagues. Good for them. All right, joining us right now, meteorologist Bruce Avery with the latest in our weather.
Thanks, Antoinette. Clouds moving into the region.
Oh, Henry is your guide, right?
Day becoming a memory. Someday it's going to
Have you had clairvoyance? I don't know why clairvoyance. I keep thinking clairvoyance over clairaudient. I'm not even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Storm system is feeding off the warm air down the south. It's running into cooler air and it's just washing out all that rainfall. And so there will be some very heavy rain, probably at least a half an inch to some spots getting over an inch of rainfall before it all ends sometime on Monday. Clouds thickening up tonight. Becoming more frequent as it goes overnight and steady rain in the morning.
No, he's the guide, right? Isn't he the guide?
East. And for Sunday,
Clairvoyance, yeah.
rain, a few thunderstorms, windy, chilly, raw, high temperatures around 50 degrees, winds gusting over 25 miles an hour at times, sustained.
And you feel that's stronger than the clairaudient? Yeah, I'm probably not saying that right. Yeah, I feel the clairvoyance is stronger. He's my annoying guide.
looks very nice, lots of sunshine, high temperature around 62.
Here's a tip to create some calm in today's News 12 month.
All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, if you don't, yeah. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a nice night. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.